Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. A lot of people, not a lot, but a few people leave comments on my videos pointing out where I make misplays, and holy god, there's been some bad plays here. I guess, my play has just sort of taken swings. I played really well for a little while, then it's a little bit less well. So I'm sitting at 2-2 with this Paladin deck. Trying to put the awful Shaman run before this one totally out of my head. And I don't know how far this is going to go without Consecration or True Silver or really much removal at all. Didn't get Seal of Light either, or any Bluegill Warriors for the early game. There's a lot that I didn't get. We'll see what we can do in the next run. Hopefully we'll be back up to top form, and thanks to everyone for your patience while I figure out how to not suck at this game. D-Kim 712. Alright, we got our Noyatron early on, that's always good. Sword of Justice is a tricky thing. I'll keep it. It's not my favorite turn 3 play, but with the Noyatron I might actually get to use this thing to attack, and if I do get to attack with it on turn 3, that makes it much better. I've also been told that, contrary to what a strict reading of the card text would imply, the Sword of Justice in fact will buff the 3 recruits from Summon for Muster, or Muster for Summoning, or Summon for Battle, Muster for Battle, Battle for Muster, whatever that thing is, before it creates the weapon. Alright, Mr. Sapane, not the hardest hitting creature in the world, but pretty good response to a Noyatron, because it will pop off the shield. And he can now, like, life tap and heal some of it back, though I'd be happy to see that, because it means he's not doing more than just drawing a card. I'm not going to Coin Hammer of Wrath this thing. Honestly, if I can just, play this on turn 3 and get away with it. Okay, clearly not getting away with it, because the Noyatron's going to die, Sword of Justice doesn't kill anything. Fuck. Alright, well, I guess we're going to play Mech Warper, because I really need to get minions on the table here. Alright, oh man, so we'll do that, pass the turn. What are the odds this thing survives? It might actually survive. Then I could coin out the Sky Golem on turn 4. That would be pretty spectacular. I think playing the Sword of Justice here would have been way too greedy. In fact, I'm not even sure I can play Hammer of Wrath next turn. I might have to coin into a Spectral Knight just to get a really big minion out and start to mop up his crap. Okay, thank Christ. He life taps, so no turn 4 drop. That's really encouraging. He can still, of course, play a 2-mana minion. And he does still go up a card, but all things considered, it's not too bad. Okay, he's going to Soulfire that, which brings him back down the card that he gained, but then he still gained a card from life tap, so he's still up a card. Still got healing here. And yeah, I can't Hammer of Wrath right now. It gives me up a card, but I don't need cards. I need to clear his board. So I can kill the Golem with the Spectral Knight next turn. There's almost no way for him to kill this. I say perfectly aware that Power Overwhelming is in the game. And as long as he doesn't have Power Overwhelming, I can play the Sword of Justice, kill off the Harvest Golem, and then make a 2-2 recruit. So that might catch me back up a little bit.
So many possibilities.
And then I can hope to draw Muster for Summoning before this thing runs out. Muster for Battle is a fun card to twist around the words in. Battle for Muster. It's the battle for mustard!
So many.
All they had was the frickin' Dijon, but they wanted something spicy. Oh, Pilot of Treader. Good card. Makes me tempted to use the Hammer of Wrath. That does mean the Golem will get to live to see another day. Stampeding Kodo. Well, I think it's worth playing this thing, even though I can't clear his board. Let's see, what do I want the Stampeding Kodo to kill? I actually would rather have this Golem die, so let's play the Kodo first. See what it gets. Okay, got her, that's fine. So I can either kill this and he gets a 2-1, or I can kill this and he gets a random 2-mana minion. We'll do this, I think. Pass the turn. So now the Shredders might be tempted to go into the Spectral Knight, pop out a 2-drop. But the Kodo will clear up most 2-drops, and the Kodo's not really worth using any kind of removal on. He doesn't really want to, like, Soulfire it, he doesn't really want to Siphon Soul it, so it's a pretty good position, I think. If he has a good 6-drop, that's pretty much the best thing he could hope for here. Just have a good 6-drop. This thing is not that good. This is actually pretty bad, I think. So, and he life taps after playing it, so that's a nice little inefficiency. He actually does top deck a Power Overwhelming off of that life tap, it seems. So what's he doing? Is he hitting? Oh, he's going for the face. Well, I think that's a mistake. I really think that's a mistake. Because I'm at a high enough health total that I'm not in particular danger right now. So, yeah. Let's kill... No, hang on. I need to kill this thing first to see what comes out of it. It's a 1-1. Okay, that's interesting, actually. That might change what I do. I was gonna just play the Sky Golem, but since I can just kill this thing, why don't we do that? Huge blunder there using Power Overwhelming and not killing my Spectral Knight. The extra damage it dealt is going to be lost because this minion dies, and then whatever other minions he plays is going to get killed by that Spectral Knight as well. Okay, so he just gave me an opening here. I'm completely unconcerned about my health total because I got this and this. I have 14 points of healing. That's like half of your starting health total I've got in 2 cards. Not going to be a problem. And he's only got 6 cards to my 7 and a weapon. So I'm actually crushing him right now. This is pretty much one game unless something absolutely astounding happens. Okay, Hellfire does clear the board, so it's a 1 for 3 there. But I'm still ahead on cards. And he didn't achieve much this turn. Okay, that was a pretty good turn, admittedly. Card advantage-wise, he's got 6 to my 6 and a weapon now. I don't see any reason to be fancy here. Well, I could play this, or I could play this and make a recruit. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. And actually, why don't we do a loot hoarder instead of a recruit? This way, I get a little bit more board presence, and thanks to the sword, these things hit pretty hard. Shouldn't be much of a loss compared to having a 6-7. This also might set me up for a Cult Master later on. We'll see. So he's got 7 cards to my 6 and a weapon. Alright, he gets one of those guys down. And he actually gets to pull off the combo twice because he can now life tap, so this will be a pretty big dude. Alright, he's got an 8-8 here. So just a giant. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. We're just going to calmly Hammer of Wrath. And then, Cult Master. Yeah, we're going to play Cult Master, I think. I could actually hit this thing for 8 damage. No, I couldn't. Never mind. I could have hit it for 1 and taken 8 damage, but that would have been a bit greedy. Let's just kill that. Get a card. And I gotta kill this. And get a card as well. Alright, you know, I gotta give him credit. He really turned it around there. He really turned it around. Maybe I should have taken the 8 damage and kept a minion so I could have killed this Flame Imp and kept the Cult Master, but I really feel like I'm just gonna crush him with my superior cards. He's got 7 to my 8, and yeah, I thought I had it in the bag, and now it's actually kind of a game. I don't know. Whenever an enemy minion dies, summon a Leper Gnome. Okay, well that's amusing. Am I actually going to lose this game? Is that what's actually about to happen here? This is a 9-7. A bit difficult to deal with without my Outdoor Peacekeeper. I could fish for it with the Inventor, but I have so many cards it seems like a mistake to do that. Let's do this, and let's do this, because he's all durable and stuff. Oh my god, I'm going to lose this game. After having it in the bag, what did I do wrong? Probably I should have taken 8 damage and hit that 8-8 with my weapon. He couldn't have really burned me out without some incredible luck. I had more health in the can, and then I could have kept a minion killed off the Flame Imp. But then he had this thing, which wouldn't have given him a Leper Gnome right away. I don't know. This is a real problem. This is exactly what Paladins suck at dealing with because they have no kill effects. Other than Big Game Hunter. Oh my god, he's got another Floating Watcher. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my god, that's terrible. Please tell me there's no other Flame Imps or anything to combo this with. Void Caller, alright, cool beans. Oh, he didn't even life tap. Interesting choice. Guess he figures he doesn't need to. Pop goes the Weasel. Hits me in the face. Alright, he's trying to burn me out. Makes sense, actually, here. It makes sense. Okay, how the hell do we do this? So, we have this, which would allow me to get that guy into that, and then I can use this and that to kill that. And then he can hit me for 3. And what else am I doing? Making a recruit. I could heal up, but the problem is then I can't kill this without throwing both guys at it. But leaves him with the Floating Watcher. Yeah, I can't really afford that. Okay, 2, 4, 6. I really do have to... Oh, that 7 health is such a problem. Yeah. Well, let's hope I get a good 4-drop out of this. Hopefully something with charge. That would be nice. It's not very likely. Oh my god, it actually gave me a charge creature. That is unbelievable. Okay, so since that gave me a charge creature, does that change what I want to do? Because now playing this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It will just do nothing. Because I'm throwing these two guys at that. I could play this and keep the shielded mini-bot, actually, though. Or I could keep Ol Murkai. Right, that's the move. I could play this, that, and keep Ol Murkai. What's the alternative? I could just play a random fat thing. Okay, we'll do this. Gotta be very precise here because a little bit of trouble. I mean, you can get me down to 6 health. That's within range for a warlock to burn me out. Soulfire and a bit more damage will do it. He's already used Power Overwhelming and a Soulfire. Oh my god, how am I losing this game? I can't fathom it. I mean, he just did a really good job coming back. I had such a huge lead, but then he had Hellfire. And he had the Floating Watcher, which took a lot of resources, and then another one, and then that legendary. Alright, so he's fishing, perhaps for the kill. If I could just live to play this guy, which it looks like I may because he's playing Knife Juggler, then I might be okay. Because he gets me down to 6. Argent Commander wouldn't quite do it here. Really need Soulfire and Power Overwhelming. Okay, that doesn't do anything, for sure. He's just... Oh, he got the kill off of the Knife Juggler. He has a 3rd Floating Watcher. Wow. And he killed the Recruit. Are you goddamn kidding me? Oh my god. That is just terrible. How did that even happen? I had 2-1 toughness things. They both died to Knife Juggler. Wow, that's great. So he's trying to do the final push here. I can't blame him. We really have to play this guy to buy a turn. And I gotta think. I could either kill one of the Succubi by Crazed Alchemisting, or I can kill the Knife Juggler. Let's see. He's got 4, 8, 11 damage. Technically, I'm alive. Oh, he's only got 2 cards. He just needs to do 4 damage. Couldn't do 4 damage last turn. Do I play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul? I could actually Crazed Alchemist the Ooze to, like, make it hit me less hard. I could keep the Knife Juggler alive. But, you know, no. We're just gonna do this. Kill that. Alright, so he's got 8, 11 damage. It leaves me with 4 health. Soulfire, Argent Commander, Power Overwhelming, all do it, but he needed, like, a little bit of damage last turn and didn't have it. He's life tapping, searching for that damage. Does he find it? God, I cannot believe I'm going to maybe lose this game. He just looked at his top decked card. This is a moment of truth, because if he's got the kill, he's going to start attacking my face. If he doesn't have the kill, then... Okay, that's 2 damage. He needs 2 more damage. Does he have it? Does he have a Dark Bomb or something? He actually has a Dark Bomb. Are you goddamn kidding me, Jesus? Ballsack. Should have taken those 8 damage. Maybe I would have won if I had done that, but maybe not. I don't know. I think he just had a really good answer with the Hellfire and the Legendary. That Legendary being a 9/7 and giving him an extra Leopard Gnome was a really huge deal. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, I'm so angry. Alright, well, what do we get here? 50 gold, pretty good for 2 wins. Christ. Oh, and I had a daily quest for winning games with Paladins. Well, the good news is we get to start a new run. So that's good. Start something new and exciting. Wash away the taste of that terrible, terrible Paladin run, which broke my Paladin streak, pulled my average ever closer to 5 and away from 7. And Shaman run before that also sucked ass. Let's see what we have here. Mage, Paladin, Druid. Alright, I feel like winning, so let's play Mage. Alright, we're starting with a terrible rare pick. I've been a defender of the Gnomish Inventor, and a Mage is more likely than average to have extra spells compared to most classes, so this could work. I could have a secret, and this could be a healing card. I'm going to take this over the Experimenter just to try things out. Got a Fireball, that's great. Interesting choice here. Let's take some healing over the random spiders. So the tough call here is to take a Taunt or a cheaper 2-drop. This is vanilla, this is Taunt. I don't like 3-drops. I'm going to take this though because it's still early in the draft. I'll still see some 2s probably. Well, the Crazed Alchemist isn't my favorite 2-drop. I'm going to hold out for some good 2-drops here. We'll take the Cobra, which is a solid 3. Alright, another Fireball or a Flame Cannon for some more removal. Let's take the Fireball because mages are all about burn if you can possibly do it. Take the card draw there. This is good removal sometimes, but I'm going to take the card draw here just to see more of my decks. Alright, Junk Pot. I haven't seen this before. Whenever a friendly mech dies, gain +2/+2. So if you can just arrange a mech on your board and then play this and trade off, that's great. But if you can't, this sort of sucks. I'm going to take Pyroblast because I hate Mountain Giant. I would have taken Sea Giant, I think, though. Soot Spewer is really good, but I think the Argent Commander is just better because it deals some damage and kills stuff. Matter Bomber, despite everyone being like, oh, it's a good card, Boris, I think it just sucks. It really didn't do anything for me at all when I tried it. So I'm not going to take it here. I could take a really bad spell damage card or counterspell, which is a little bit shady. Let's go for the Ancient Mage. Okay, tough call here between the overpowered grossness of Water Elemental or the Spellbreaker. I'm going to actually take the Silence. I think the Silence is just that useful. We got to have it. Polymorph is good. Alright, Zombie Chow kind of goes contrary to what you're trying to do as a mage, but it can be really good on turn 1. I'm a bit lacking for early plays, so those are all points in favor of the Chow. This is just a really solid 5-drop. You know, I'm just going to take the Fen Creeper here, just have a nice beefy endgame there. Take this for some weapon removal in an early play. Take this for a chance to kill people randomly. Take this for some more burn potential. Legendary. Oh, wow, these are all decent. Well, okay, decent might be a little bit of an understatement. So this guy, I think, definitely falls below the other two. This provides me with some taunt, but he's fragile and usually just dies. This guy can win the game single-handedly, but I don't have any cheap spells, so it's one of those things where I have to wait and try to untap with him on the board, which is risky. So the more protective, more fragile, slightly cheaper guy, or the maybe wins you the game, but harder to pull off guy. Let's take the Archmage, but I could be wrong. This sucks. Actually, this sucks a lot. I hate this guy, so we're going to take the Raider, even though it's not a good 1-drop at all. Knife Juggler over the Experimenter is easy pick there. Alright, so we could grab Mirror Entity. I don't have any Mad Scientists to pull this out with. I'm actually just going to take the Clockwork Gnomes. Turn 1, I've got a little bit of a slow start here. Alright, Tiger's really good if you're going for kind of a burn strategy. This guy also good for the same purpose. I'm going to take her, even though this thing can just win games randomly, she makes spells cheaper, which could be very significant. Alright, tough call here. These are all playable cards. This gives some reach and removal. This gives some slowdown, which can help me survive. And then the Ogre is just a big fat thing. I've got this, and I've got a lot of fat things. I don't think I need the Ogre, so I'd want the more removal-y stuff. Not actually filled with removal here. I'm going to take the Cone of Cold. Alright, Mediocre Taunt or another Ooze. Let's take another Ooze. Polymorph. Seems solid. I don't have that many spells. Okay, so here's an interesting moment. This is the best 2-drop in the game, but I've already got a lot of 2-drops. This isn't that great. I have no Mana Worms to synergize with it, but it can sometimes be just effective as a taunt, and it does give me something to play with the Archmage. My cheapest spell besides that is this. And this thing is just broken. I'm going to take this, actually. I think the Water Elemental is the move, although you can see it. I can see a case made for anything. Oh my god, it's another legendary. Well, these are all not as good as any of the other 3 I got the first time, but when you get 2 legendaries in one draft, you can't really complain. So we got Gruul, which is just huge, but I don't think I need that. This is an overpriced Chillwind Yeti. It is a mech. Do I have anything to synergize with mechs? I don't. I would need 2 other mechs besides this one to actually get it to fire. I've got Clockwork Gnome and Micro Machine, Snow Chugger. It's a beast, not a mech. So it's theoretically possible, but very unlikely. I have only 3 other mechs in the deck besides him. Wait, 3 or 2? Wait, is it? Oh no, 2. These are both mechs, and then the Clockwork Gnome. And then King Mukla can randomly win, but if you play him and the opponent has creatures out, they can just play the bananas, and it doesn't matter. You know, I've got so many 4s. I don't think I need this extra Chillwind Yeti. Let's grab the King Mukla and try to see if we can get off to an early random win with him. Okay, so that might not have been a perfectly drafted draft, but at least we saw good cards. I could have used Frostbolt, could have used Flamethrower, could have used Mana Worm, but I mean, I got 2 Fireballs, 2 Polymorphs, Pyroblast, and several charge creatures, so I feel like my burn is pretty solid. And we have some early drops as well to hold the fort, so I feel like this is alright. Oh yeah, I could have taken Mirror Entity so I'd have something to play with Illuminator. Well, I wish this were now a... what's his face? Gnomish Experimenter. So I figured I'd keep this hand because I might play the King if the board's clear, but if the board's not clear, I'll play the Illuminator. See no reason to coin out the Knife Juggler, that would be silly. Okay, so what I could do here is I could actually coin into the king. She could put 2 bananas on this. It would get up to be a 3/5, but it would still die to the king. Take up her whole 3rd turn, and the king would survive. Yeah, I think it's the move. Knife Juggler is a bit passive. I mean, it trades with the ghoul, but it doesn't cost her any mana. So now she can buff this thing up, and it still won't kill the king. And then I use my coin, but if she ends up spending her entire turn here just trying to deal with this king, then I'm in pretty good shape. It seems to me. Because the good thing about King Mukla, I mean, there's got a lot of problems, definitely. I wouldn't say this is like a good card. But what is good about him early on is that if the opponent uses the bananas to kill him, then you kind of come out ahead. Because you got a creature and then traded with another creature, and then the opponent also spent a bunch of mana. So she had nothing better to do than just this. And this is a pretty sensible play, actually, hitting me in the face. It's a bit risky, but I feel like we know when you're behind, take risks. And what's good about what she did is that now my king will drop to 1 health, and she can ping him on her turn. I'm going to play this, even though the Knife Juggler is potentially better. This costs more of my mana, and I think it's important for me to use up all of my mana when I can. I can't fathom her not pinging the king here. Ah, she uses that instead. Not sure why, unless... Oh yeah, so this would die to the fairy dragon. Alright, that's a bit weird, but it makes sense. I'll take it. Alright, so against a mage, do you play water elemental knowing that fireball and polymorph can both kill it? I think so, because that would be her entire turn, and then I play this thing. I mean, I'm just in really good shape. I've got the tempo advantage. Got some card draw here. I'm drawing 3 cards out of my hand, which is really solid because I've got good endgame with the Archmage and with Pyroblast. Well, Pyroblast, assuming I can deal some damage to her at some point. So do I play the 1 tiger or do I play 2 creatures? Well, next turn I could actually play all 3 of these things. So I'm going to just play the 1 tiger right now. Next turn I'm going to get 2 knife flings. And yeah, she could then flame strike everything away, but this draws a card, so it'd only just be killing these 2 things. Ah, alright, so the Abomination will trade with the Tiger. And I don't think there's any way for me to get around that, so we'll just do it. 5 drop for 5 drop. And now I gotta think. Do I play out my horde of stuff? I think I'm gonna compromise. We're gonna do this, throw a knife, because that'll make the Arcane Intellect cheaper, and then draw 2 cards. So, what's the story? She's got 5 cards. I'm pretty Flame Strike proof because you don't want to Flame Strike this board. And I've got 7 cards to her 5. So I'm in the lead, but as we just saw, being in the lead does not mean you're necessarily going to win. Let's see what she has to say for herself here. Madame Neo Dandy. Flame Cannon. It's off my Knife Juggler. Alright, so I could use the Fireball to kill this, but that's just a lame Fireball target. I think what I'm going to do instead is hit it, heal so she can't take it to death, and then play Loot Hoarder. The reason I'm playing Loot Hoarder is if I didn't play Loot Hoarder and just played the Ooze, she could have just run in and pinged this to death, but now she's got another creature that she'd like to ping, which will stop her from pinging the Sorcerer's Apprentice, which might let me finish this off by some other means. I never saw any Flame Strikes or Blizzards. That's to be expected, I guess, and that does make it harder to win, but I think the deck is so good that it shouldn't need those all the time. Alright, she got a Flame Strike. Now she's going to trade the Warden for this. She's going to play Mirror Image, which does not protect the Warden from the wrath of my healer. It doesn't actually protect it from anything. Okay, she hits me for 1 interesting choice. I disagree with that move because, if nothing else, that leaves this thing around to kill a Mirror Image, and it might still get healed. I could kill it knowing she'll just ping it to make sure I get rid of the 1/4. Alright, we'll do that. I still think risking a damage on her part wasn't really worth it. Okay, so extra mana doesn't matter too much, but I want to hold on to that in case there's a better target later. Ping and think. Do I want to play this thing? Does this have any use to me at all? Yeah, it doesn't have any use to me at all. Like, I've already used my Knife Juggler, so it's not going to trigger Knife Juggler. Might as well just throw this thing out here and let it get pinged. Zurdrake's really good for her, gives her an extra card, and spell damage could be useful if she gets another one of them arcane explosions. Please don't actually do that. Okay, she gets a secret, that's fine, don't really care. And she passes the turn. Okay, so now let's check for duplicate, although I'd be shocked if that was what she actually played. It is actually duplicate. Wow, I don't agree with that. So it's 3 mana to get a pair of O2 taunts. It's like 3 mana to get 2 target dummies. Doesn't seem worth it. Next we'll do this, and after that I'm gonna actually play this thing and kill off her Zurdrake. And I'm not gonna play anything else in case she has another Flame Strike. This thing actually didn't get pinged, which is pretty spectacular. Wait, did she just forget to ping? She had 2 mana left over. Why didn't she ping this? I don't remember. Okay, so there go the mirror images. And then she's got 3 cards left. Wait, did she really not ping this Raider when she could have? Alright, that might unfortunately have to take my Fireball. Oh, don't be Cone of Cold. Oh, thank goodness. So she polymorphs Micro Machine. This sheep actually does get to live for a turn, which is great. She pings the 1-1 rather than the 2-1. That is... Okay, this person is actually bad at Hearthstone. Alright, well, let's Fireball the Water Elemental. Kill her other stuff. This thing, I'm not worried right now about overextending because this thing is dead to rights anyway. To a ping. God, if this were actually a Core Hound, it would actually be better, which is sad. So there's no, I'm not really concerned about overextending because it's going to die when she plays Flame Strike anyway. She has Arcane Missiles. Please miss this. Oh, it doesn't matter, even if she hits stuff. There's so many other good targets for her. Alright, so she gets a 7/7, which is a little bit distressing. I do have 2 Polymorphs and 1 more Fireball here. There's the Polymorph. Okay, that's fortunate. Let's ping that sheep, hit her in the face, play the Grizzly. Alright, so we've got to just do 9 more damage to her and then drop Pyroblast and win. Archmage Antonitis is going to be difficult for her to deal with if she doesn't get a Polymorph going. Of course, she could have a huge thing as well if she gets lucky, so it's still anyone's game, but I have a little bit of an edge because I can also buy a turn with Cone of Cold. Okay, so now she can actually kill off the bear. Alright, those will live another day. What I'm going to do here is use Cone of Cold just to kill that thing, and the reason I'm doing that is I want to hit her in the face with this ooze. Because every point of damage matters now, since I need to try to get down to Pyroblast territory. I still have Argent Commander for extra damage. I believe there's another Fireball still in here for extra damage. She's going to get a spare part, that's fine. Archmage. This could have been Matter Bomber, which I'm glad it's not, because then I couldn't have played it because it would have freaking killed my own Snow Chugger. God, I hate Matter Bomber. I don't know what everyone's on about with, oh, Matter Bomber's actually good. Nope. Only if you have no minions on the board and you get really lucky is Matter Bomber any good. And I stand by that to my dying days. Alright, we got 1 in 10 chance of getting Pyroblast. 10 damage, 10 mana, 10 cards left in the deck. That's what it's gotta be. And she actually got a bad spare part, which is fortunate for me. Hey, it actually happened. Wow, that's cool. She actually got a pretty bad spare part, a taunt, Frantic Taunt, or a Freezing Coolant. Both would have been much better there, so I lucked out in that regard. And we win a game. Oh boy. So, what do I think about this deck? I still think it's a good deck, even though it doesn't have Flame Strikes or Blizzards. What it has is, I mean, just really good fancy cards. It has an Epic Pyroblast, it has 2 Legendaries, both of which are solid. King Mukla, questionable, I guess, but I think used properly, he can be really good. And it has a fair amount of removal, charge creatures, burn potential, all that good stuff. Card quality overall seems pretty high, except for that Murloc Raider. So I think it's a good deck. I think it should do fine. Maybe my one mistake was not taking Boulder for Stoker. It seemed like in that game I could have used a bit more beef. Okay, so we have a tricky situation here. We have a 1-2-3 curve, but I don't want to be the second player right now. It'd actually be better to be first player here. Infiltrator opens up some interesting possibilities. Because what happens is he passes on turn 1, I play this, he plays a Recruit. I guess I could protect my Murloc Raider by pinging the Recruit. but it's not exactly what I want to do with my life. However, the Infiltrator I can just play on turn 1, and then I can either play this with the coin on turn 1 also. That would enable me to trade this for a Recruit and go down a card in exchange for tempo, because I could then start hitting him with Infiltrator and then also play the Snow Chugger rather than having to ping his Recruit. This thing is pretty much never going to be good against a Paladin, because he's got these Recruits out a lot of the time. Why didn't I mulligan it? Well, because it's still okay. I'd still rather have it on turn 1 and lose it to a Recruit than something unplayable. So what is that secret most likely? Well, it's most likely a Noble Sacrifice or an Avenge. Noble Sacrifice is a bit risky to play on turn 1. I wouldn't generally recommend it because your opponent might play a 2-3. Okay, he does nothing. I don't know why not make a Recruit here. That makes no sense. Oh, I know, it makes sense. This is a redemption. Oh, I bet you that's a redemption. Let's check. Yeah, nothing happens. That is totally a redemption. And the way you can tell is, if it were a redemption, and he played a Recruit and I killed it, the Recruit would come back and waste his redemption. He's now going to play a Scarlet Crusader, or something else with Divine Shield, and then that thing will come back. Now this is not the best combo with redemption, unfortunately for him. So I got a couple of options here. I could run these 2 creatures in, kill it, it'll pop back. I ping it to death, and I'm left with a 2-1 to attack with. Or I could play the Cobra and just ignore this. Oh, no, not ignore it. I could freeze it. Ah, that's the move. I think that's the move, actually. Let's play the Cobra. Let's freeze this. And then let's ignore it. So normally you don't want to let Paladins keep creatures, but this is a special case because it's frozen. If he silences away the freeze, he also gets rid of the Wind Fury. Consecration is pretty good here. It would kill 3 creatures. But luckily he doesn't have it. He just gets rid of my Cobra, which is fine by me. So now, we gotta think carefully. I think I will be greedy. I'm gonna actually do this. Trigger is redemption. It's not redemption. What the hell? So he just didn't make a Recruit on turn 2 for no reason. Wow, that's a really bad, that's like a really bad thing though, that he did, because by not making a Recruit, he enabled me to basically keep one of these creatures on the board. Otherwise, I would have had to either ping his Recruit or sacrifice playing Snow Chugger. Whether ping the Recruit and not play Snow Chugger, or play Snow Chugger but lose one of these guys. Which is kind of a big deal. So he really messed up not playing a Recruit there. Maybe this has to be Avenge. It's the only available secret left. He just doesn't know how it works. I have no idea. But yeah, Avenge does not trigger if you only have 1 minion and that minion dies. The Avenge does not get wasted then. It only triggers if you have 2 minions. It's one of the more reliable Paladin secrets, because as long as you have 2 creatures on the board, you know it's going to fire barring mass removal. Okay, he's got Trucifer Champion. Wouldn't have minded one of those in my draft. And he's got another secret now. So the first one's definitely Avenge. And then he's hitting me in the face. Oh god, he's hitting me in the face. Why would you hit me in the face? That makes no sense. Okay, well, we'll just throw that away. So we know it's not Noble Sacrifice. Oh my god, is that eye for an eye? It's eye for an eye, ladies and gentlemen. Eye for an eye. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and destroy his weapon. Play a Grizzly. Freeze him in case he has any more weapons. This is some mind-boggling play from DKIM712. Clearly he is the 712th best Hearthstone player in his family. I think we should win this right now. Even a Consecration's not going to get him back. Equality Consecration, yeah, that can get him back. I have to ping him down to 10 and hope I get Pyroblast before turn 10.
Let me think.
This being a 5/7 is actually very difficult for a Paladin to deal with in any case.
We must cleanse the
Because
Sunwell.
Paladins don't have that sort of high damage stuff. Okay, well, we just win now. Boopity, boopity, boopity.
Well played.
I want a game. How about you? Oh, it's well played. That's nice. So, we don't really know from experience how good this deck is, because both players were pretty bad so far. Few more comments asking like, hey, Boris, where do you get these opponents? Just play 45 minutes a day and you're going to see those opponents. It's nothing special, just a regular old Wednesday afternoon. I like how I play the game's usually in the afternoon. Post my videos in the morning. And then at the beginning of each video, I say good evening. That's just really sensible. So, who is up next? It is a priest. Alright, the toughest challenge for a mage is a priest. Frank, the priest here. Got a pretty good drop, the gnome. King Mukla is interesting, because on the one hand, he dies to Shadow Word Death. And your opponent gets to make out with the bananas. On the other hand, it's still using up a Shadow Word Death that could have later hit my Archmage. Or my Tiger or something like that. So I might as well just keep him in my hand, see what we can do. The gnome increases my odds of being able to actually get this guy to play with no creatures on the board. Alright, I smell a 2-3. 3-2. Oh, that's even worse. Couldn't get lucky, unfortunately. So I do get a spare part, which is that. Oh, this is a very good top deck. I was going to play the Knife Juggler and just accept a 2-for-1, but this is really good because I can trade in, get a card, and he might not be able to stop that. He's already used his coin, so only 2 drops available. Stalker doesn't really do anything. I'm very happy to see this. Alright, this is actually a nice start. Again, King Mukla being pretty useful. So I'll do this. You should always draw cards first. And then we play the king. So now he can banana up, but it's still only a Chillwind Yeti. It will still die to the king, and unlike my opponent, the mage, he's not going to be able to ping this to death. So does he have Shadow Word Death? This came out pretty quickly. Might be a Shadow Word Death. Velen's Chosen doesn't even quite do it. He just plays a Harvest Golem. Alright, this is looking good. So gotta remember, he's got 2 bananas. Gotta remember, he's got 2 bananas. Is he going to reveal this? He chooses not to reveal it. I think it's actually a mistake not to reveal it because I mean, I can kill it, but if I kill this thing, he still gets a creature. Like, if I kill this, he's left with a creature. If I hit this and ping it, he still has a creature. So, like, he has a creature either way. No matter what I do, he might as well have just revealed this and dealt some damage. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do here is kill that. Ping it. And think. If I put armor plating down on this guy, he's going to have to use both bananas. If I play a creature, he can just get away with 1 banana. If I play the ooze and he puts a banana on the stalker, then he can kill the ooze, I guess. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do this to try to encourage him to basically waste his 4th turn. Double banana-ing to kill King Mukla. But right now this is just a 5-4. On turn 4, a 5-4 is not the biggest deal in the world. Well, the Drake's pretty big. It will die to Fireball, but until turn 6. Oh, interesting. He chooses not to reveal this. Okay. So let's think. I can't quite kill this right now. Unless I get a lucky knife fling. But even then I wouldn't be able to kill it. So what I think I'm going to do, when in doubt, play a bunch of crap.
What to do?
Should I play the knife? I'm going to play the Knife Juggler. I'm going to play this bear. It does hit there. Hit him in the face. Ah, Polymorph would have been much better than Fireball here. I would have actually used it. It's just getting this down to be a 4-1 made no sense when he could just heal it up. Is that a Holy Nova he's about to play? It would be a pretty good card here. These oozes are pretty bad. I don't know if I had better things to take. You know, King Mukla aside, he's actually catching up here. That golem was pretty good, and then this was very good. I didn't get my silence, unfortunately. Alright, so he gets to finally reveal that guy. And he has 1 mana left over. I'd suggest he use a banana on this to stop it from getting pinged. I'm actually not doing that well on cards. Granted, 2 of his cards are bananas, so it's not super high quality, but... He decides not to use the banana. There's Polymorph. Well, what I'm going to do here, I think, is play out these guys just to see if the Knife Juggler will take care of that for me. Always give yourself a chance to get lucky. No. Either way, those are both going to die, so those knife flings made no difference. Alright, so we got some removal and card draw. He's got a lot of cards. I'd say he's in the lead here. Unfortunately. Even subtracting his 2 bananas, he has 5
Is
cards.
someone injured?
Ouch. He's gonna go up another card here. Ouch. Gonna clear my board, going up a lot of cards here. I am actually fucked. Damn it. King Mukla didn't quite do me what I needed him to do. Well, this is a pretty good card to draw. Kill one of his creatures, so I'm up a card now. He's got 7 cards. He's still got a banana, so he could actually put both bananas on this, and then run in, kill my guy, and heal, which is like this is what's going to happen. Maybe I should have killed the Northshire Cleric. I don't know. Hardest Golems. He's not giving me any good targets for my spells. Tiger? Sure, we'll play the tiger. And I'll ping his fat face. So this is bad. I'm really far behind now. His bananas are gone. These are 6 real cards. I have a little bit of card draw here, but not much. This only gets me back up 1 card. And he's going to get another card if he wants to heal the Northshire Cleric, which he does, of course. Boy. If I hit him in the face, I can take him down to 14 damage. It's still too far off for Pyroblast to win me the game because by the time I draw Pyroblast, he could have healed himself back away. It's one of the problems with being a mage versus priest is he heals for 2 and you only deal 1 damage. So in a protracted situation, you're not going to get to burn him out. Okay, he drops the Sunwalker, which makes sense. I think I need to polymorph that and ping the sheep. So that's 6 mana, so I should draw cards first. Darkscale Healer is interesting. So if I hit this right now, then the Golem can finish off the Tiger. If I wait, I can kill this later and play the healer. I don't think I can afford to wait, so we're going to hit that thing. Let things be what they are. Could have hit him. Fireball plus this would have been 10 damage, down to 10, but then he can heal back up above Pyroblast range. Alright, interesting choice with the Soul Priest. Doesn't have enough mana left to burn the Unbeliever, so he has to do that. Can't heal himself anymore, which is interesting. Is it worth it to Fireball the Soul Priest? Can I see myself winning if I go for his face like this? Fireball the face down to 19, down to 15. I just can't quite get close enough to Pyroblast, so we're gonna Fireball this thing. I have a 3-4 versus 3-6 versus a 2-4. Shadow Word Pain will kill this. Got a pretty beefy guy here. I've got an Archmage, which is in the deck, which is good, but I don't have any spells I can play on the same turn. I've already used my Arcane Intellect. And he can either steal him with Mind Control or kill him with Shadow Word Death, so this game is looking to be a loss. Oh, King Mukla, you were fun, but you weren't good enough. Damn. Force Tank Max is a problem. I have 1 more Polymorph, but that's all I have. That's not going to do me any good. Alright, well, let's play this thing. Should I play fair? I mean, I have to play fair because he's so far away from dying. It just doesn't make any sense to do anything else. And we heal back up. Why not ping off the Divine Shield? I don't know. I feel like it's better to clear off his board, even if it means more of my creatures die. If he kills off either of my freezy dudes, he's going to not attack for a turn. Looks like he decides it's worth it anyway. Oh, because it wasn't damaged because of the Divine Shield. Right. Oh, God, that's bad. I should have popped off the Divine Shield and let that thing live. Shoot. Is he going to replay it? No, he's just going to make it bigger. Alright, I think we got this game lost for sure. I just can't. I mean, he's got so much health. I can't possibly kill him.
Ready, sir.
There's just no way. He's up to full health, basically. Pyroblast could be used to kill Force Tank Max. Is that the best thing for me to do? I think it is the best thing for me to do. So we shoot that thing. Kill off his things. And he's still got 7 cards to my 4, but at least if he doesn't have another Holy Nova or more removal, these guys could live.
The light protects.
Is there any source of card advantage I could get? I don't think there is anymore. I think think I've used Arcane Intellect, Loot Hoarder.
My shield.
Yeah, I'm pretty out. Pretty tapped out. So he's just got more cards than I do, which is bad. Spellbreaker is good.
Your
See?
magic shall not save you.
We can do this to get rid of the Divine Shield and the health buff, so I can ping that. And then use this. Stuff. Okay, he's got 5 cards to my 3. Ahead on life. I've wasted Pyroblast just to kill a Force Tank Max. I mean, he could have a whole bunch of junk, like Divine Spirit and stuff. Oh, what is he doing? Oh my god. Well, what does he have that he played nothing? Probably Shadow Word Death? Probably Mind Control. He doesn't want to Mind Control anything because it's all bad. He's had 5 cards and played nothing at all. What does he have that he played nothing at all there? Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I might win this now. I mean, I'm still going to lose after I say that, but I might win this now because he didn't play anything, so what does he have that he played absolutely nothing is the question. I've got 2 spell damage, which makes no difference. I think I've already used both fireballs. No, I think I've just used 1 fireball. Used 1 fireball and a pyroblast. If these 5 cards are totally dead, then he might lose to fatigue because he's got 7 cards here, and I might be able to answer everything he plays with my own stuff. The main issue is that Archmage Antonidas is almost certainly a dead draw because he's got to have Mind Control or Shadow Word Death. Ah, I see. He had a Stormwind Champion. Why didn't he play him last turn? That makes no sense. Why don't you just play him? Weird. Okay, so he silenced the Cobra, so I don't have the free kill on that. Let's think. Do I hit him in the face? 4, 6, 8, 10. No, I don't really want to hit him in the face. Let's just keep it simple. We'll do this. And this. Ping that. Play this. Hit him in the face for a little bit more. So he's got 5 cards to 3. I'm ahead on the board. His cards seem to be things he's not happy with. He's got 6 cards left to go to fatigue. I've got 2 power stuff, so if he has any more big minions here and draws them, he's going to be in good shape. I've got Archmage, but Archmage is going to die. Now this is interesting, because now his minions are more expensive. And this thing is going to take some time to kill off my stuff. Never mind, we're just going to pull forth it. I'm not going to race him if I don't need to race him. So we'll just keep hitting him in the face. 6 damage. Seems to be in 1 card per turn only. These are not buffs, or he would have used them, unless he was afraid of me top-decking Polymorph, but maybe he's got Velen's Chosen, didn't want to use it. Alright, Spectre Knight is a really good top deck. Can't Velen's Chosen, at least. But his Micro Machine is just going to have to die. This guy's good, though. It will kill off everything but my Ancient Mage 1 by 1. Fen Creeper. Interesting. Well, we'll... Mind Control, Mind Control, Mind Control. This getting Mind Control would be a really, really, really bad thing. Oh my god. Well, let's definitely do the obvious things first. Hit him, ping him, and think. If I play this and it gets Mind Controlled, what do I have? I have nothing. I don't think I can afford to play that. I mean, I'd rather lose one of these guys than give him a Fen Creeper and still lose one of these guys. And I'm pretty certain he's got a Mind Control. If he doesn't have a Mind Control, then so be it. I lose because I didn't play this. But I just figure he has to have it. So he keeps playing everything you just top deck. He's now starting to catch up a bit because this is a really big dude. Spectral Knight would have been much better than Fen Creeper because it can't be Mind Controlled. Infiltrator is alright. I could throw my minions at that and kill it, but let's just keep going for the face. Oh, with Pyroblast gone, I'm certain I have a Fireball in here. I've just got to be right on that. I've just got to be right that I have Fireball in there, and then I can top tick it at some point. He just gets Zombie Chow, which isn't the most helpful thing in the world. He can kill off one of my minions, but not both, and he actually hits me in the face. Okay. Fireball. 2, 4, 10. I cannot believe I just won that game. He just got to some weird point where he didn't have anything to play. If he'd Mind Controlled one of my crappy things, maybe he would have won. I think he just held under Mind Control too long. Or he didn't have it, and I don't know what the fuck that stuff was. 3 Shadow Word Deaths beats the hell out of me, but we're at 3 wins, and that'll do it, folks, for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with the rest of this run. Take care.